Listen, we are back.
We are back.
So, Divaldo, episode 362.
Yeah, 362. We've had a whole lot of hullabaloo, don't you think? Just to get here right now. People don't know, we had technical issues to try and get the show up and running. We've had to go around the houses just to get ourselves here.
There, everywhere.
Yep.
And listen, we lovingly create these episodes just for you. Now, listen, before we get into the show, I just got to say one thing to the guy sitting opposite me, thousands and thousands of miles away. I just got to say happy birthday.
Oh, man. Damn.
I got to say happy birthday to ya. Oh. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday. There you go. Those shoulders are rolling, folks. Watch this. You know what? Actually, have a laugh. Watch this episode on YouTube and watch the clips that we put out on TikTok. Deval, man, the TikTok, we're smashing them. People are loving them.
Compared to before, yeah, for sure. Because our TikTok was like naked. So, yeah, TikTok now. Follow us on TikTok, Instagram, and stuff. We're trying to make a better effort actually to put more on there because we know that if people need to understand and see who we are. So we need to get ourselves out there more. So that's what we're doing. So like, share, all that kind of stuff.
So Deval, listen, 1 year older, that usually means 1 year wiser. Mm-hmm. Now, I want you to give the Flixters, our audience around the world, one nugget of wisdom, please.
Okay, one nugget of wisdom. So I will say, when you're going for a punt, when you're going for a punt at something in life, don't be greedy. Take out what you put in and live your life. That's it.
That's true wisdom.
That's a message for myself as well as everyone else because this year has been a crazy year. Let's put it that way.
Put it, you know what? Wisdom. There you go, mate. That is brilliant. So listen, folks, like I said before, you've downloaded episode 362. Watch this. And I just got to say, do you know what? Like, subscribe, leave a review. It helps us a lot. It gets, more people who listen to the show. It'll get out and, we build up this community. So really, really appreciate that. So now, before we get into the main show, Divaldo, let's do the shout outs.
Yeah, shout out. So we've got 3 quick shout outs. First goes out to Ciel Noir 3 on Instagram. Go and check her out. We give her a shout nearly every week because she is really active on Instagram. Got a great page, doing a lot. Got some movies coming out and all kinds of stuff. So make sure to go check out Ciel Noir 3 on Instagram. Next shout out goes to Zakharov, our very own. He was on the show a couple of weeks ago. He keeps sending us hidden gems and all kinds of stuff. So some of the stuff that sometimes we report and talk about, don't think it always just came from us. Sometimes it comes from people like Zakharov, you know what I mean? So he's always sharing stuff, always chatting on Instagram and stuff like that. So big shout out to him. And our last shout out goes to Reggie Flip Bricks Black. TikTok shout out. So he gave us a little nod on Instagram, on TikTok,
on
getting some new friends on TikTok. So go on TikTok and check him out. He flips bricks, so I guess he's into property. So go check out Reggie _flips _bricks _black.
Yeah, man, that's really great. And listen, look, just on that, Divaldo, just quickly before we move on, Ciel Noir and Zakharov, we got this through social media, like they obviously commenting and getting in touch with us. So
and they came on the show, so it can happen to you too.
They came on the show. So listen, check us out on all these platforms and like and subscribe. All right, let's get into movie news now. Divaldo, Matrix. All right. Without a doubt, the first movie, an absolute bona fide, stone cold classic for me. I remember, and you remember this, you watched it in cinema. We walked out of that, obviously separately. But I mean, we had it was mind blowing, that movie. Obviously, years later, all the sequels and blah, blah, blah. And then we got the recent one, which I felt let down by. Now, if they were... Okay, is there going to be another Matrix, and would Keanu Reeves be a part of it?
Well, the answer is yes. They are planning another Matrix, so this will be the
Mm,
fifth Matrix. The last one was, like you said, it was not good. It shouldn't have been made. It was actually rubbish, and I
yeah,
feel bad even saying it, but it was rubbish. Let's be
it
honest,
was.
rubbish. But this one is going to be produced, written. I'm not sure directed, but basically Drew Goddard. And you're asking who's Drew Goddard? Drew
Mm.
Goddard has been involved with really good projects. The Martian, the writer of
Oh,
that.
yeah.
He was also a writer in Lost as well, TV series from back in the day. That
Mm,
massive TV series.
huge.
He's also the writer of Project Hail Mary, which is coming out soon. Ryan Gosling.
Yeah.
Also, the untitled sort of coming out Cloverfield sequel.
Mm.
Cloverfield. What's the title called again? Cloverfield Project. No, what was it
Project
called? Yeah, Cloverfield. But yeah, so that sort of series of
universe.
films, universe. He's going to be involved in a new one coming out. Also, Daredevil, the Netflix one, which is now on Disney
Oh,
Plus. But the original
okay.
Daredevil series that was really really good.
So he's
Charlie Cox,
behind really
he's
good stuff
behind
then.
that. Basically, yes, he's behind some really good stuff. So he is now going to be behind the new Matrix. So if it's him, that's if he's doing it, I've got faith.
We
I've got
got
faith.
faith. We got
Yeah,
faith. Yeah, we'll
faith,
because they need to kind of
faith.
erase that one out and
Yeah,
pick it up and do something with it. All right, okay.
yeah.
Let's park that one just for now. Let's speak about this one. So we've kind of had a bit of a chat about this in our WhatsApp group and everything. But yeah, man, this is official. This is it, man. Netflix is taking over Warner Brothers Media, Discovery Media, and Devour. Like, first of all, let us know about the numbers and what does it mean for obviously streaming platforms? What does it mean for the industry? And what does it mean for cinema releases? Like, where we're going with this?
This is actually one of the biggest acquisitions of any media ever. I think we saw Fox going into Disney. I believe this is bigger.
Mm.
So Netflix is to acquire Warner Brothers. It's called Warner Brothers Warner Brothers, and then it's got Discovery as part of
Discovery.
that. So
Yeah.
Discovery Global is another part of the company, and this is meant to be for an estimated $82.7 billion.
Wow.
And this will be finalized in 2026. So it hasn't actually been finalized yet, but it's
Mm.
due to happen. So this could see. I'm not sure how it's going to actually look in reality, but this could see a lot of the Warner Brothers properties going on the Netflix platform,
Yep.
or possibly we hear that they could have a separate platform for those properties, but then it's controlled by Netflix in some way. We don't know. We still want to see how
Mm.
this actually materializes. But think of your DC. So you think of your
Yes.
Superman, think of your Aquamans, and everything DC will be owned by Netflix. Think of Game of Thrones owned by Netflix. Think
Yeah.
of The Last of Us owned by Netflix. Think of
Yep.
all these massive Warner Brothers.
Sopranos. All that's The
Sopranos,
Wire.
just mentioned The Matrix, owned by Netflix. Like all these things owned by Netflix. So, what would you like? Would you prefer it? And this is a question to the audience as well. Would you prefer all these properties to now jump onto Netflix and have one massive platform, one subscription, or would you want it to be a separate, platform, separate prescription, separate subscription? What
Yeah.
would you prefer? I mean, this is massive.
I
Yeah.
mean, gosh, man, yeah, good question. I mean, sometimes I like the fact that it's all in one place, and then if I want to watch it all, I can just go to one platform. I know a lot
Mm.
of people are like, oh shit, I've got to open up HBO Max because that movie's on that one, and Netflix has
Mm.
got that one, and
Yeah.
maybe that might solve a few issues. But one of the gripes that people are having are the cinema chains, and what they're saying now, Deval, is because Netflix is a streaming
Yeah.
platform first.
Mm.
What there's now the cinema owners and AMC and like some of these big players out in America and everything, they're saying that right, okay, so if Netflix is behind this, they're going to want movies and things to go onto their platform. So the window that you have is going to be short.
Which is what we saw with Frankenstein recently.
Mm,
That could have been a bit of a test to see what the future may hold. And you're right. And for Oscar considerations and things like that, your film has to go into the cinema unless you're just going for that streaming category. So
yeah.
this could change the strategy in how they release films, the windows and how they release it. If people know it's going to be on Netflix in 3 weeks' time,
Why
are
are
they
they
going
going
to
to
rush to
go?
the cinema? TVs are getting bigger, 8K, 4K, projectors are looking really good.
Mm,
So technology is actually, competing with the cinema in some respects. So, it's
Absolutely.
changed a lot.
Talking about TVs, man, I went into local kind of like it's like the equivalent of Curry's or whatever it is, and it was like a 98-inch television, Deval.
Yeah, TLC was
100K.
it?
Yeah,
Was it TLC one,
yeah, it was
A Chinese
yeah.
manufacturer?
I saw,
Yeah,
and I was like, this is incredible.
yeah,
100 inches.
yeah.
That's mad. All
Yeah,
right, okay.
I
So
know what
go
it's
check
like
it
to have
out.
100 inches, but I mean, it's my
It's
TV's only
normal, normal, normal.
my TV's only 65, but but this
Gee, let's keep this PG, please.
PG
All right,
tips.
okay. So listen, look, go check that out. Read up about it and give us your thoughts. Let us know what you think. Is this good for movies and TV shows and everything? One company is controlling a shitload of content now. So let's see what happens. All right, finally, I just want to quickly speak about this. So Deval, we're going to be speaking about Tarantino a bit later on. You're going to be kind of speaking about that. But I want to speak about this. So he was being Quentin Tarantino, arguably probably one of the modern greats of movies right now. He was being interviewed on this podcast recently, and the whole thing was, okay, name your top 20 movies of all time. So he's going through kind of his top 10 movies, and one of the movies that he chose was There Will Be Blood, which is this movie, from the 2000 stuff, I think. I can't remember. And it
I
stars,
saw it recently. Yeah, I watched
yeah,
it about
yeah.
2 weeks ago.
So it stars Daniel Day-Lewis, it stars Paul Dano. So he was being asked about his movies, and then this is what he said, and there's been a lot of pushback around this. He said, that movie is in one of my top 10, 20 movies. However, Paul Dano is the worst fucking actor in SAG.
Is it? What's SAG again? That's the something
The Screen
association, Screen Actors Guild.
Screen Actors Guild. So he came out and
Wow.
he cussed him. He basically said that he is the weakest thing about that movie. And I took a step back and I was like, this is Tarantino talking about a fellow actor who,
Yeah, put them on
like,
blast. I mean, if you think that, you think it, but to say it in public,
and out there. So the backlash has been, so many people have come out and in defense of Paul Dano. And just recently, just quickly, Matt Reeves, who was the director of The Batman, came out and said, Paul Dano, he is an incredible actor, an incredible person. So you're getting all these people coming out and saying Quentin Tarantino's talking shit. Paul Dano is he's a great actor. But for me, I just thought, wow, man, he put him under the bus a bit.
and I can kind of see what he means, because I did find the character annoying. I don't know if that's to do with the actor or the character, but I did find that character a bit annoying in that film. So I don't know if maybe what he said was misinterpreted or not. I don't know, but anyway, yeah.
But I mean, do you reckon Paul Dano is going to be getting a Christmas card from Tarantino?
No,
Definitely not, right? He's
No.
definitely not. No. Okay, and this final piece, let's speak about this, talking about Batman, Devaldo.
Yeah.
I heard about this as well. So tell us about this. This is interesting.
Yeah, so Scarlett Johansson, I think we mentioned her last week, actually. Her agent seems to be on fire. She's putting an agent to work, basically. And from what we understand, Scarlett Johansson is now going to be part of the Batman 2. As you just mentioned with
Matt Reeves.
Mr. Matt Reeves, part 1, we saw Robert Pattinson, we saw, what's her name?
Zoe
Kravitz. Good film, really good film. Colin Farrell, the Penguin, wicked film. And part 2 is meant to be coming out, I think maybe next year, I think. So Scarlett Johansson, we understand she could be part of it. I'm not sure exactly what part she could be. I hear it could be a villain, some sort of villain with a big blade or something. Can't remember the villain's name, but some villain that is kind of like, not like Black Widow, but a little bit like Black Widow, a bit of a, in the shadows kind of villain who's a goodie and a baddie or something like that. I don't know. But either way, this could be her stepping into the DC world, So,
but our birdies are telling us that she's actively pursuing it. Like she is.
Yeah.
You know, she wants to be cast in this movie. So yeah, man,
Yeah.
really, really interesting times. We'll see what happens with that one. Remember, folks, keep it low with the Flixers. We'll bring you
Mhm.
more movie news every single week. Now let's pop over to streaming. Devout, I still haven't seen this, by the way.
Oh
Um,
no.
I still have not seen it because you know what? I've been watching I'm on like episode 4 or 5
Oh,
of Pluribus.
Pluribus. Okay.
Yeah. I've been watching
Okay.
that, and I've been watching other things as well. But yeah, so tell us about Stranger Things. So have all the 4 episodes
Yes.
like
All
aired?
four. All four have
Okay,
aired. And all I will say, I don't want to. I can't.
Are you gagging for more?
I am actually. I am. I won't say too much of what's happened so far, but I will say that they like. Yeah, they left it on a bit of a cliffhanger. Yeah.
Right.
So the
Yeah.
fourth episode, a moment happens. A moment happens in the fourth episode
Yeah.
that makes you go back to the days. We mentioned the Matrix a second ago. Basically,
Yeah.
there's a Matrix moment in the fourth
Oh.
episode where you think, "Oh shit!" There's a
Okay.
Matrix moment. I'm not going to say
Wicked.
which character it's with or anything like that, but
Yeah.
the show, like shit, starts to get serious. It's like I said to you last week that people are getting hurt.
Yes.
It's game time. Everyone means business.
Yeah. This
And
is it.
yeah, I mean, the show's not perfect, but I will say if this is their last episode, last series, and
They're going out on a bang.
they are going out on a bang, yeah. So shit's got to be shaken up. So definitely watch it.
What
Definitely
about?
watch
I
it.
want to see. Is it Vicner? Vecna? What's his name
Vecna,
again?
it's a
Is
bad,
he in it?
yeah. Vecna's in it, yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, okay, good. Now, talking about obviously from one monster to another monster, let's speak about this one, Sean Combs, The Reckoning. Now, I've seen this. Now, Deval, what
You saw this, yeah?
no, sorry, I haven't seen it, but
Oh,
what
okay,
I saw the little picture thing where he's bare chested, and I'm like,
okay,
what have they gone for over here? So this is The Reckoning. So this is
yeah.
bringing everything over the last 2 or 3 years. Is this has happened over the last 2 or 3 years, right? Or
Yes,
maybe
but the
even more.
documentary goes from the documentary. The thing is, these documentaries we've seen Biggie, Tupac documentaries over the
Mm,
years, but this one I guess focuses on him, but has to touch on those people because they're all kind of connected.
connected.
And this one goes back to when before Bad Boy,
Okay.
before he was who he was, how he got into Bad Boy.
Yeah.
He started dancing. He was dancing in this guy's video. The guy's
Not
name
MC
eludes me.
Hammer. No, it wasn't
No,
MC Hammer. No, no.
it was someone else's video. But yeah, you see him dancing in the video. And obviously, he made contact and he got into sort of, Andre Harrell was someone that was like the version of him before him. So
Oh,
that's the
okay.
person he looked up to.
Yeah.
I can't remember which record company it was at the time, but he was the guy, and he worked under him as an intern. Then he came through the ranks. Then he
And
went
then
off and
he
done his
became
own
the guy.
thing. He went to Arista Records, and he created Bad Boy under Arista Records. Remember, he started off working with Mary J and people like that
Mm,
before Bad Boy. Yeah, so
yeah. Wow.
so yeah, so he just shows his journey. And the first episode, you think, oh, this is nice. This is
He
nice.
seems like a
But
nice
then,
guy.
yeah. And then it goes into obviously what's happened recently. And even
Oh
before what's
shit.
happened recently, things that have happened years ago that didn't get much highlight,
Yeah.
didn't get much press. I guess maybe in the UK, in America, maybe it did. But here, we
Probably
didn't really
did.
hear much about it.
Mm.
And then it shows all the connections and things that happened and where we are today with the court case and all the accusations and all the
What about
Cassie.
Cassie, the male escorts
Yeah,
and all that stuff.
there's a new male escort that I didn't even know of. There's another one that said he was doing stuff for ages with him and Cassie. Like just, it's like I'm
Oh,
thinking like it's crazy. It's crazy.
what
Yeah,
about Usher? Do they speak about, because Usher was
he wasn't
apparently a
mentioned
little
at all.
kid.
He wasn't mentioned at all. Justin
Mm,
Bieber was in it for not him, but they mentioned him for a bit, but they
yeah,
didn't go into much detail about that. But this is produced by 50 Cent. 50 Cent's always had a bit of,
beef.
I don't want to say beat. Yeah, that's the thing. I think it's like he basically teases him. He does that to a lot of people, but he's
Mm,
always said that Puffy's been a bit of a funny guy, and I don't mean ha ha funny, but a
yeah,
guy to avoid, basically.
Okay.
He's always talking about that. So the fact he's executive producing, he's got his name on it. You know, he's
Tells you
just
something. Yeah.
he's
Yeah.
shying away
Interesting.
from who he thinks he is. So, but
Yeah.
yeah, it's 4 episodes. It's an hour each, so it's very very detailed. So yeah.
Yeah, no, that seems entertaining, that one. All right, go check that out, folks. Those two are new on streaming, and remember, if you watch them, let us know what you think. Let's do trailers. Okay, so here we've got Mother Mary. So I mean, we're hitting Christmas time. Deval, this isn't a Christmas movie though, is it?
This
Or it
is
is
Far From
from
Christmas.
Christmas. Oh dear.
Far From Christmas. Mother Mary. So this one is, where do I start? This is actually one that I think Zakroff also mentioned actually.
Mm.
So this Mother Mary stars Anne Hathaway, Michaela Coel,
Oh yeah, British.
British actress, Hunter Schafer, who we saw in Euphoria as well.
Mm.
Uh, Seems like it's got a really good cast.
Yeah.
And this one kind of reminds me of, how do I describe it? Think of Black Swan.
Oh
Think
yes.
of, what's the other? Suspiria. Think
Yes.
of, oh my gosh, even that film you saw recently with the American football player. Him. Is it him?
Oh, him. Yes.
Him.
Yes.
Like this, I don't know what this film's, I don't know. It's one of those films. It's A24. Need I say more?
Mm, mm,
Do you know what I
mm.
mean? The synopsis is long buried wounds rise to the surface when
Oh,
iconic pop star Mother Mary, who is Anne Hathaway,
yeah.
reunites with her estranged best friend, who is Michaela Cole, and former costume designer. So basically, they rekindle their relationship, and within that, I think she tries to create a dress for her or a costume for her that's going to just be the costume of all costumes. And I think in that process, they unlock something
Oh,
which I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Think of like all these films where artistry and creativity is part of the. I don't know this.
yeah. It's kind of
I can't explain it. Yeah, it's just
esque.
it's crazy. So this is something that looks. If the trailer looks interesting, this film
Mm.
looks like it's going to be out next year, April 2026, and I'm going to watch it. Simple as
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Good.
Simple as
Yeah.
that.
Brilliant. All right. Okay. Now this next one, I remember I've seen the first one. This is Ready or Not. Here and it's Ready or Not, and then Here I Come, and this is what's the name, isn't it? The Australian one.
Samira Weaving,
So,
Hugo
yeah,
Weaving's niece, I think.
yeah. So and there was this interesting take, right? So she's married into this kind of weird family. They bring her into the family. There's kind of like a dinner thing, but she doesn't know that she's the sacrifice, and the whole family is after her. So I wonder where they're gonna basically take this movie, because we've kind of seen it happen. So
Well, if it's
Deval,
not broken, don't fix it.
fix
The
it. Yeah.
first one, Ready or Not, came out in 2019. That was
Wow.
7 years ago.
It's mad.
7
What were they
years, 6 years
waiting
ago. So this one's out next year. By the time it comes out, that's 7 years. So this is out next year. Ready or Not, Here I Come. So this is just
on?
more of the same. Again, so she escaped. She survived the first ceremony,
Yeah.
and now they've got her in the trailer. It basically says, "Okay, we've got you again."
Oh,
And
jeez.
now she's got to survive another
Another.
ceremony of other people who are meant to be like the generals of the people that
Oh,
she,
so the ones, the higher ups.
yeah. And this
Oh
time she's
dear.
got her, I think, is a sister with her. So
Okay.
there's two of them that are trying to survive, and it just looks like a bloody mess. Elijah Wood is
Yeah.
back in this as well,
Oh, yeah. He was a
and
bit creepy in that first one, I think.
Sarah Michelle Gellar's in this. David Cronenberg somehow shows up in this.
Oh,
Kevin Durand shows up in this. So this is looking like a crazy film, crazy ride, and yeah,
yeah.
I'll probably watch this one again.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, I remember watching that one in cinema. All right, let's do the next one, Deval. So this is 28 years later, and a lot of people, they're like really surprised about this. The fact that we just got 28 years later, and there's another one obviously coming out, and this trailer again, it's kind of weird, and we don't know what's happening. Is it a continuation? There's obviously Ralph Fiennes, his character, and the trailer is almost like I found it like a bit disjointed as well, and and I guess that's what they're looking for, right? Interestingly, though, this one's directed by Nia DaCosta,
Yeah.
who brought us what was the
Oh, it was
Candyman,
a Candyman remake. Yeah, yeah. And she
and
also
she
directed the Marvels, which didn't do so well. But yeah.
yes, yeah, but I still reckon there's going to be some other good stuff coming from her.
Oh yeah, yeah, for sure. I think this is more her lane than the
Yeah,
Marvels and stuff like that. This is more, I think, what she's good at.
yeah,
Candyman was, I think it was decent, the
yeah,
remake, but
yeah, and this is coming out in what, January, Deval?
January. So this is a month's time from time of
Mm,
recording. This is a continuation of what we saw with the first 28 years later, and this one
mm,
focuses on the Bone Temple, which is what's his name, Ralph Fiennes, Dr. Kelson's character, and we're going
mm.
to have the young lad in this, Alfie Williams, Jack O'Connell's in this, who we saw
Yeah,
in Sinners. I think he's going to
yes.
be playing another sort of baddie in this.
He looks weird in this one as well, right?
Yeah, he looks like who's the paedophile that we had here in the
Oh,
tracksuits?
Jimmy Savile.
Jimmy Savile. Yeah, they all look like Jimmy Savile people.
Yeah.
And written by Alex Garland, so you know what you get with Alex
Yes,
Garland. So this
it's
looks like
great.
it could be another decent film, more the same, literally. So
Mm, mm.
I think they made
Yeah,
them back to back, or made them as one, and then split them in two. So
I think so.
it's
Yeah,
actually
and
cheaper to do it that way.
absolutely. And there was a whole big thing that there's a couple of. I know in the first one, they used the iPhone to make a
Yes,
couple of.
yes,
They
yeah,
did a
yeah,
couple of like special
yeah.
scenes in there, so I'm pretty
Spot
sure there'll
on,
be some of
spot
that.
on. Yeah, yeah.
All right, those are your trailers. Go check them out. Let's do anniversary corner. Now we've got a Tarantino movie on our anniversary corner because we'll be speaking about a Tarantino movie. Deval, can I just say one thing? This is
You
gonna
haven't seen this, yeah?
no, I've seen it, but you know
Oh,
what? I
yeah.
fell asleep.
Do you know what? I was going to say something similar. I don't really remember this film. I
You know,
watched it, but this is
it
probably
was
his one film that
so
I just
it
don't
was so
really.
long.
2 hours and 48 minutes.
Yeah, and then there was another cut. Um, they did something. They did it in America and they did it here in Australia. What they did was they re-released it because there was another longer cut of
Longer cut.
a longer cut of that
Yeah.
movie, and they split it up. Out of all the Tarantino movies, Devalda, this one for me probably wasn't.
Mm.
It's the least up there.
Okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I see what you're saying. Yeah. Yeah, same, same. This is 2015, The Hateful Eight, 10 years old. Probably, as from what we're saying so far, has it aged as well? Would you rather
Mm.
go to Reservoir Dogs,
Oh
Pulp
yeah,
Fiction? Pulp Fiction's Tarantino, isn't it? Wasn't it?
yeah. Pulp
Yeah, yeah,
Fiction,
yeah. Of
Jackie
course, yeah.
Brown. Those movies I
Jackie
would
Brown,
watch.
all those ones. Would you rather watch that than The Hateful Eight? Or maybe, we don't know what we're talking about. Maybe this film will be better in 20 years' time. Who knows? But yeah, this is worth a mention. This has got Samuel L. Jackson, Kurt Russell, Jennifer Jason Lee. It's got
Mm.
Walton Goggins. It's got Michael Madsen, who's, he loves
Mm.
a Tarantino film, doesn't he?
Oh yeah.
So yeah, Channing Tatum's in this too. I forgot.
God,
See,
I've
you know what?
forgotten.
I've got to watch this film because I'm sure if I
I've
watch
got to
it,
watch it
it'll be
again.
fresh. Yeah,
I've got to watch it again. I know, is
yeah.
Christoph Waltz in this one? Because I know he was in
Well,
Django.
I don't know. He might be. He's not showing up on the first page, but he
Maybe not
might be.
them.
He might be. But this was one film where when they made it, there's a scene with Kurt Russell where he's chatting to someone,
Mm.
and there's a guitar in the scene, and as a show of anger, he mashes up the guitar as
Mm.
part of his scene, and then after they cut, the person said to him, "You wasn't supposed to break the guitar. The guitar is worth X amount." It's like
Oh, like
a museum piece
priceless
almost. Yeah,
something. Yeah.
and I think the museum or whoever owned the guitar was really angry at them. So
Oh no,
yeah,
Kurt Russell,
yeah.
the ego. Is it ego or ergo?
Ego, the
Is it?
living planet.
Yeah,
Yeah,
ego the running. And you know what? There was something similar. Well, kind of similar. Leonardo DiCaprio. You know, there's a scene in Django where he smashes the glass, but he
yeah,
actually cut himself and
yeah,
he
yeah,
carried on
yeah.
doing the scene.
Carried on. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So yeah, interesting stuff. You know what? You're right, Deval. I might go back and revisit that movie and we'll see.
Mm,
So listen,
do it.
we put that on there because yeah, there's a reissue, a re-release of Kill Bill called Kill Bill: The Whole Bloody Affair, and Duval spent 4.5, maybe even 5 hours
Mhm.
suffering for. Actually, no, it wasn't suffering because it's a decent movie.
Nah.
So Devout. So break it down for us. Tell us about this and why.
Yes, so this film, Kill Bill, The Whole Bloody Affair, and actually, funnily enough, this film was actually first released in 2006.
Wow.
So the first film, Kill Bill, came out in 2003. Second, Kill Bill Part 2 came out 2004. And 2 years later, because originally it was supposed to be one big film.
One big
Obviously,
movie.
The studio said no, it's more, it's more profitable to make it in two
People
different
aren't going to
films.
sit in the cinema for 4 hours and whatnot. Yeah.
Exactly. So they chopped it in two, but 2 years later, he released it in limited theatres or cinemas as The Whole Bloody Affair, which I just came in to watch. So this is, if you've seen part 1 and part 2, you know what it's about. But it's not just about putting them together and, putting a new title on it. There are some bits in this that you haven't seen before. There are some bits you haven't seen before. So as you're watching, the first part is mostly Kill Bill, obviously Kill Bill Part 1, which for me is an almost perfect film.
Yeah,
for me, great. That's my favorite part if we're going to put them in two. And there's some different bits in it. There's some slightly different bits in it. So there's parts where the crazy 88, which is one of my favorite parts of the film, which is fighting everyone and all that. There's a few different cuts in that. A few different cuts. And the thing is, most people that have seen Kill Bill love it and have seen it many times. Yeah. So the good thing is, when you watch it, you will notice it straight away. You'll be like, oh shit, I don't remember this bit. And then you remember, okay, this is different. Okay. And in that scene, for most of the scene, I think it was in black and white in the original
because she pops out, and the reason why is because of the censors in America. They didn't want it that much blood, so she pops out the eyes.
Yeah, so in this one, it stays in color, so you get to see all the blood. Yeah, so it's crazy. And then the animation is extended. I love that animation that talks about Lucy Liu's
character. Yeah,
that's extended. And there's other parts as well that are changed.
What about the duel? What about the duel between Lucy Liu and the bride? Like that whole kind of scene. I love that. That scene, do you know if it's?
I don't think it's changed. I think that might still be the same from what I remember.
Cool.
But there are bits and bobs in between that are different. In part 2, there are a few bits and bobs that are extended, a few scenes that are extended. Thing is, if it's not broken, don't fix it. They've just added a bit more that maybe were left on a cutting room floor, and I've sort of beefed it up a bit. Obviously, made it into one whole long film. But there is something that no one's seen before. There's 2 bits. So I spoil it.
Spoil it.
Here. So who do you think's missing out of Kill Bill? What actor is usually in Tarantino films that was missing out of the whole Kill Bill Part 1 and Part 2? You tell me. You know who it is.
He's an English actor.
No. It's the one actor who's in all his films pretty much.
Oh, Jackson.
Yeah.
He was in it? No, what? He wasn't in it?
No, he wasn't in it. He's now in it.
Oh, so he was in it. Oh, like what? So what, at the beginning, at the ending of the first one or the second one, or
in Kill Bill 1. So unless I'm mistaken, if I'm mistaken, someone please correct me. But I didn't know he wasn't in the first. He wasn't in Kill Bill at all. In this one, they put him in really cleverly as the piano. He's the pianist.
Oh,
when they're getting married. So he's the one playing the piano, but he actually speaks a lot in this. Not a lot, but he's got a speaking part. And the way they do it, it's like, oh shit! Like they put it in this like in a smart way.
Okay, interesting.
But and also there's a part at the end, after the credits, after the final credits, there's another 10 minutes. There's another 10 minutes.
Jesus, I got
10 minutes of a animation of Yukio, what's her name? Yuki's Revenge, I think it's called.
Oh yeah,
Yuki is the schoolgirl. She's a schoolgirl that had the kind of the
ball and chain.
Ball and chain, yeah. I think is that her name? Yes, I think that's her. But anyway, so
and like when she kills someone, she's like,
yeah. So her sister is now coming to get her revenge on Uma Thurman.
Oh,
so that's an animation part, and it actually looks like Fortnite. So the animation looks like Fortnite. It's like a bit of a game, but it's not a game.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's what it is basically, about 10 minutes or so. So
Now,
yeah,
listen,
yeah.
you and I, we've spoken about this theory, or
Mm.
if they were ever going to do a
Thank
sequel,
you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
and
You know it.
exactly, we know the story.
Mm.
So in Kill Bill Volume One, or in the first part, she what was her name again? Black Mamba. She has a fight with Black Mamba,
Mm.
but Black Mamba's daughter
Oh
is
no,
there.
remember, Uma Thurman's Black Mamba,
Oh,
Vivica
sorry,
Fox. She wanted to be Black
be Black
Mamba. She was
Mamba,
like,
right?
I should
Okay,
be
yeah,
Black Mamba.
exactly. I love that bit. She's there casually, just making the
Yeah.
cereal, and she's got the gun there and everything.
Mm.
So, I mean, yeah, if it happens, man, oh god, that
Yeah,
would be the
and I've
point.
always said the Vivica Fox's daughter, she's tailor made. I mean, Zazie Beats could have
Zazie
been that
Beats,
daughter.
exactly, or
She,
Zendaya
she
or
said,
whatever.
yeah, no, I think Zazie Beats for sure. But
Mm.
she said, when you grow up, if you still feel sore about it, I'll be waiting.
I'll be waiting.
And you know what I mean? So I think that was Taylor. And also, who else has got a daughter that's in films? Uma Thurman. So
Yes,
remember, she's got a daughter. The whole
in
film is her.
Stranger Things, isn't it?
Exactly. Yeah.
Maya
Maya
Hawke.
Hawke. So they could both turn up in a spin
That.
off.
Oh man, it could
You know what I
happen.
mean? But anyway, yeah. But
Yeah.
yeah, I don't talk too much about it. The film is long, but it's worth
Mm.
it. Make sure you got your food, your drink, 2 bags of
Popcorn, the
popcorn
whole thing.
ready.
Yeah.
You will
Did you
not be
go?
disappointed.
Did you go? Did you go out for a break?
Yeah, because there's an intermission, 15
Yeah,
minutes. So
that's
it
great.
makes you, it forces you to get up and go to the
Stretch the
bathroom, the
legs.
toilet or whatever.
Exactly.
And you should, because it's long otherwise. You'd be sitting there for 4.5 hours, So
Holding
yeah,
it in. All
yeah,
right, okay, so go check it out, folks. That's
yeah,
Kill Bill, the whole bloody affair. Hunt
yeah.
it down
Mhm.
and watch it. All right, now let me quickly speak about this movie because I didn't get a chance to go out to the cinema. So I thought, oh, let me see what's out on streaming. So this is a new movie. It's called She Rides Shotgun, which when I saw the title, I was like, shit, man, what the hell is going on in this movie? So I
Mm.
didn't know anything about it. Stars Taron Egerton. And you know what, right? Taron Egerton, he's actually a really decent actor. I've seen a couple of things. Do you remember we watched this thing on Apple TV, which was this show that he did, or is a movie? I can't remember.
Blackbird or something? Was it when he was in prison?
There's that
No.
one, but it's also the one about who invented the Tetris game. Did you ever see that
Oh
one?
yes, I
Val?
watched that as well. Yeah. I watched that. Yeah. I watched that.
You
Yeah,
know what?
yeah.
He's really good, and we saw him recently in some aeroplane, some Carry On movie and stuff. You know, he's done a few good things, and he's been Oscar nominated, I think, for Elton John. I'm not sure. Don't
Mm.
quote me on that one. So he stars in this one, and he's really gone kind of like rough. He's like really
Mm.
kind of like on criminal. The movie reminds me a bit of Leon, the professional,
Ah,
where
okay.
you have this kind of father and daughter type relationship going on. He's come out of prison and he needs to track down his daughter because the bad guys are after his daughter because he's fallen foul with some bad guys in jail and there's a hit out on him and the hit they killed his ex-wife and now
Mm.
they're after his daughter. So the movie is kind of part road trip, part kind of this relationship between father and daughter, but it's also a movie about him teaching her about life. He hasn't been around. He's a criminal. He's been in jail. And at first,
Okay.
she's dead scared of him. She doesn't know if he's the one who killed his mother, but he's turned around and said, listen, it wasn't me. I'm here to protect you. You can trust me. And then, you know, they go on this kind of road trip and then they've got the police after them. They've got corrupt police officers after them. There's this kind of figurehead who's just the bad guy. And, you know, the daughter, she's really good, and it did remind me of Natalie Portman's kind of performance in Leon the Professional. She was only probably like about 13, 14 years old in that movie, and this kid's only like about 10 years old, but she really kind of brings the kind of the heartfelt. And I would say, obviously, parents who watch this, they'll be like it might pull on their heartstrings a bit more because there is that father daughter kind of relationship. But equally, if you don't have kids, watch it for the acting of the little one, watch it for Taron Egerton's acting, watch it for the action because there's a couple of kind of set pieces in there as well.
Mm.
And it's
And you
kind
know
of
who's in this as well? Our friend Jamie Bernadette's in this.
oh my
Friend of the
gosh.
show. She's in this film.
I
It's a
didn't
big
even
shout out to Jamie Bernadette.
Amy Bernadette's in this, who
Mm.
is a friend of the show. You know
Yeah.
what? It's actually a decent movie. And you know what? I thought, where did this come from? It was under the radar. It was just popped up on Amazon Prime.
Okay. I'm
So,
definitely gonna give it a watch.
yeah, definitely worth a watch. It's called
Ah,
She Rides Shotgun,
yeah.
and
And
yeah, go on.
I just noticed it's directed by Nick Rowland, who directed an episode of The Gentleman, which was on Netflix. Obviously, the spin-off from Guy Ritchie's film, and also
Mm,
Calm with Horses, which
which is a
is a
great,
really good film
yeah,
with
Oscar
Cosmo
Jarvis.
Jarvis,
Oh, Cosmo Jarvis, yeah,
Barry Coogan. Can never pronounce his name.
yeah.
But yeah, really, really good film. But yeah, so yeah, I think you sold it to me. You know.
Yeah, man, it's definitely worth a watch. It deserves a bit of time, that one. All right, so that's right. She Rides with Shotgun. Check it out on Amazon Prime. Now, Deval, you've got a movie for us. This is out in cinema. This is called Bugonia. Tell us about this.
Yeah, so this one is a very, very interesting film,
Mm,
and oh my gosh, where do I start? I'm not going to do a long review in this one. This sort of film,
go
you
for it.
need to not know too much to really enjoy it. So,
Mm,
I mean, I'll just say the synopsis. Okay, so let me first say who's in it. Let me start from there. So, Bugonia. Say it one more time.
oh,
Stars Emma Stone,
yeah,
Jesse Plemons. They're the two sort of main stars in it. Directed by Yorgos
yeah.
Lanthamos. Say it
Greek,
properly.
isn't he?
Greek guy. Yeah. So he's directed some good films again. We just
Yeah,
mentioned Barry Coonigan.
yeah,
The Killing of a Sacred Deer,
yeah,
gangster film. Lobster, gangster film.
yeah.
Poor Things, gangster film again.
Mm,
So he does make gangster films, so this film is basically about. Let me quickly do the synopsis. So two conspiracy theorists. I don't need to do a synopsis. I can just tell you what it is. So two conspiracy theorists, Jesse Plemons and Aidan Delbis. I think his name is. They are basically two. I think they're brothers. They live in a house. This is based in America. This looks like it's. I don't know. It looks like it's like a sort of Texas area. I don't know, could be wrong,
mm,
but they live in like a house out in the field, and they are really into conspiracies. They believe that the governments, the world is just a mess.
yeah.
They're really dishevelled. They both. One of them works in a factory, not doing so well for himself. Doesn't trust, doing too much, so keeps themselves to themselves. They believe that Emma Stone's character, who is like a high flying CEO
Mm,
of a company, they believe that she
is an alien.
is an alien. They strongly
Oh,
believe she's an alien. And I think this comes down from them. Their mum also, I think, believed this as well. Or they believe
okay.
their mum was an alien, I believe. And I think they believe Emma Stone's an alien. They're really convinced on that. And they will do anything to prove that right. So they stalk her. They watch her movements. They're convinced. They're like the
Mm,
tin foil hat people, but
yeah.
almost also dangerous because some people that believe in conspiracy theories,
Oh,
they're willing to kill people.
yeah.
They're willing to kill people for it. I
Crazy.
mean, we've seen terrorist events happen uh, all over the world. I mean, I'll say mainly
Yeah.
America, but we've
Mm,
seen conspiracy theorists, really believe what they believe in, and they are like that. So they basically somehow managed to kidnap Emma Stone. They kidnap her and they
mm,
put her under duress, which I'll just
right.
say under duress. I'm not going to go into detail what they do to her,
Yeah.
but they basically try and get her to confess that she's an alien.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and it just sounds crazy. It
Crazy.
just sounds when you see what they do and how she responds to it. I mean, this is all in the house.
Yeah.
It is crazy.
Oh
They
my God.
really believe.
They sound like Ike Turner and the Lizard People.
Yeah. Oh, David Icke, you mean?
No, sorry, David Icke. Yeah, Ike Turner.
Tina Turner got to do with this. So yeah, you're right. Yeah, it's like, yeah. Do you know what? 100%. It sounds like that. It
Yeah,
sounds like that, and it is just, it's crazy. But the
yeah,
directing, the acting,
yeah. He makes
these,
those weird types of movies, right?
but the acting's wicked, man. And the
So
camera angles
yeah.
that the director uses, sometimes they're fixed, and the lens almost looks like it's convex, and
Oh,
it's like a
it's
funny kind
interesting.
of angle. It'll be fixed, and it just pans. It's just like the director's got a very very unique
Yeah,
style in capturing an image in a scene, so it kind of lends to the
yeah.
drama. But yeah, I mean,
Do we find the answer at the end?
you find the answer, but I can't tell you. If I tell
Okay,
you, I'll be
good.
doing a disservice.
No, that's great.
It's
That's
good.
really really
It's
good.
good. It's good. I'm not
Yeah.
going to tell you what happens. I'm not going to tell you if they're right
Well,
or wrong.
I was just thinking, or do they just leave it ambiguously?
No, they don't. You get an answer.
Okay,
You
you
get an
get an
answer.
answer in the end.
You get an
Okay,
answer. Yeah, and
interesting.
this is probably a hidden gem if it wasn't just there in the cinema right now and
Out in
widely
cinema
released.
right now.
But
Yeah,
hidden gem film, man. But it's just good.
yeah.
Bugonia. I don't even know what the title means. I couldn't find out what the title meant.
I mean, he
But
makes really decent movies. This guy, right? I mean, I'm
he
pretty sure there'll
does.
be an Oscar coming up soon for him at some point.
Possibly. But these films never blow up the box office. But they
No,
are really highly rated films
rated,
by
acclaimed,
by anyone that sees them, but also people in the industry.
and all the
Really,
actors they want to work with him.
thank you. And they keep working with him. I think this is Emma Stone's second or third film with him.
And Colin Farrell's
I
done a
think.
couple with him.
Yeah, I think this is their third film. I think with
Jeez.
him. Yeah, yeah. So there's so much I can talk about this film, but sometimes talking too much about the film just
Much
ruins the
exactly,
experience.
absolutely.
Also, I think was it The Favorite? I think he might have done The
He
Favorite
did The
too.
Favorite as well. He did with
Yeah,
Nicholas Hoult, and
Emma Stone was in that, wasn't
Emma
she?
Stone
I
was in
think.
that one, yeah,
Yeah.
as well. So, and there was another British actress in that one. All
Mm.
right, okay. So listen, so Devaldo, we've got Bugonia and we've got Kill Bill, The Whole Bloody Affair. Which one of those is your movie of the week?
I think you know what, because I didn't see She Rides Shotgun, I
Mm,
can't comment on that. But I'll say Begonia because it was new.
yeah,
With Kill Bill was very good, very
yeah.
satisfying to watch it. But I've seen
You've seen it
90%
before.
of it before.
Yeah,
With
yeah,
this
yeah.
one, it's an original,
Yeah.
and
That's
Hollywood is lacking originals because you know what I
absolutely.
mean.
Yeah,
Mm.
exactly. All right, folks, that is the movie of the week. Now, listen, we've got time for one more movie, and this is going to be a hidden gem. Deval, we've got time for this one? Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. Deval, I'm so glad you put this on there because I've seen this one, and you know what? This is a hidden gem because when this movie came out, oh my gosh, I remember. You know where I watched this movie? I know it came out in 2001, but I think I watched it like a few years later,
Mm.
maybe on
Mm.
Sky, like on Sky Movies or something. I can't remember exactly where I watched it, but I was like, oh my gosh, like there's this movie. It's called K-Pax. It's got what's his name?
Kevin
He's
Spacey.
Kevin Spacey, Jeff Bridges in it, and you know, so is he or isn't he? Which goes into the movie that Begonia. What you're saying is he or
Yeah.
isn't he an alien?
And that's these two films. If you can watch them in the same week, you'd be asking
Yes.
yourself that question all week. But
Yeah.
this film, 2001, Kevin Spacey, Jeff Bridges, like you've just said, this is a really, really good film. And
Mm,
both films are intelligent in their own ways. This one here is much more of a drama, kind of emotional kind of
yeah.
ride.
And it also
Uh,
deals with kind of like mental health because
thank
he
you, thank
he
you.
he,
Yeah.
he gets discovered and then they take him to like a mental institute and then Jeff Bridges is assigned to him and
Yeah,
and he
he's a
believes
doctor.
he's from the
Thank
planet
you.
K-Pax and
Yes, yeah,
he has to get back to his planet
yeah.
and then he starts affecting other people start. I can't remember if they kind of a few people get better or something and
Mm,
he yeah, man, it was really interesting.
yeah.
And then in the end, can't give away the ending.
Can't give it. But in K-Pax, he seems like a bit of a character who's just like, airy fairy. But he
Yeah.
tells you the truth. He tells you.
Yes.
You ask him a question, he'll say to you, "Yes, I'm not from here. I'm from this
Mm.
planet." Even Jeff Bridges has a brother-in-law, I think, who's a scientist, who's an
Mm.
astronomer. Works with telescopes and everything. And he says something to astronomers that make them think he shouldn't know that.
Yeah.
He shouldn't know that. The guy said he shouldn't know this. Only 2 people alive should know what he just said. So he gets Kevin Spacey to meet the astronomers, and he goes on this chart and he maps out where his planet is, and they're like,
yeah.
That's the moment where you think, okay, so even if you think he's crazy, how he should not be able to know that or do it.
How does he know that?
He basically fills in the gaps of their own calculations because they couldn't properly, do something, and he done it. And then obviously throughout the film, you mentioned mental health. There's drama. There's very touching, very a very very good film.
Yeah.
All the different characters in the hospital that are in his sort of mental department, they all bounce off him, and he actually helps some of them, doesn't he? He helps them.
It brings a bit of joy, to that whole kind of thing, and highlights kind of some of the issues. You know what? There was a point where Kevin Spacey, he was like massive. He was big, and I remember obviously he was in like Superman, and he'd Oscar winning, obviously The Usual Suspects and everything. So he's done all those movies.
Emmy, House of Cards, which is still a great show. Yeah,
House of Cards, and apparently now he's bankrupt.
Yeah, I hear that he's got no do re mi. He's literally got no money. He's
not getting work. No one's gonna.
Yeah. I reckon someone will cast him eventually, and he'll get a little payday to help himself out. But it's crazy what can happen. But these both films, Bugonia is one film where someone's saying, "Leave me alone. I'm not an alien. And I'm not an alien." And people that think she's an alien, they seem crazy.
Yeah.
And then in K-Pax, you got a guy saying, "I'm an alien," he's in an environment where everyone there is being diagnosed as mental health and stuff like that, and they think he's also got mental health issues. But both films, you can make up your own conclusion. I think both films do kind of finish with a conclusion, of something. K-Pax K-Pax leaves you.
Wanting a bit more, and but you kind of, and then they leave it in a way in which you kind of decide. But I choose to believe. Well, anyway,
it is. I think with K-Pax, I think the way they left it is that
you know,
but the people in the film don't know, but you know.
But exactly,
you know,
absolutely.
People, characters don't know for sure.
So those are kind of like a those two movies, you watch them kind of back to back. They're kind of like, a double bill with those ones. All right, folks, that is the end of this week's episode. Remember, keep it locked with the Flixters. Hit us up on YouTube, on TikTok, and send us messages and like and subscribe and do all that sort of stuff. And we'll see you. Actually, hang on, Deval, we've got Avatar coming up, haven't we, next week?
Avatar is the next big film that's coming out in a couple of weeks.
Right. Okay,
weeks. I don't think there's anything that is in the cinema at the moment that's really jumping out.
No,
I don't think so.
Yeah, there's movies that are obviously worth a skip. Like I'm looking at them right now, which I won't be watching any of those ones. But
what Zootopolis and all them kind of ones?
Yeah, like Five Nights at Freddy. No, I'm not watching that. Looking for Good. No, I'm not watching that. Anyway, so the main big one for us is going to be in the next couple of weeks, but there's going to be stuff on streaming, Deval.
Yeah, definitely, which we'll definitely talk about.
All right, okay, right. Again, keep it low with the Flixters, and we'll see you in the next one.
All right, peace out.